Good morning, guys. Who's on live this morning? Anybody in my group on live? I want to share something with you guys. I'm getting more used to where I could be myself and I can tell you some things about myself without being so overly emotional. This one braid kind of like not hanging the right way, kind of irritating me, but anyways, I'm not feeling like I could laugh too much right now. I'm gonna try to wait till someone comes on, because I need someone to feel me and understand what it is I'm talking about. I need some chapstick. Guys, give me 1 second. I know maybe you guys may sneak peek the video later, but actually, excuse me guys, I gotta put some chapstick on. I want to be able to talk. Okay, so I am doing a live right now. So, tell you a little bit about me. I just went through something, guys, and it kind of like made me feel some kind of way. I feel bad. So I had been celibate for about 3 years. And I met this guy, online. Of course, he lives in the Bahamas, but the time that I met him was the time, round about the time that my dad died. And I was going through a few things in my life. So it was like it was at the right time. We became friends and conversating. And now it's going on what? Let me think. At least 2 years and 4 months. But if you live in the Bahamas, I live in the States, which I was the one traveling to the Bahamas, which you guys probably seen some of the photos where I went a couple of times. And, we had gotten a little closer. He's younger than I, and I'm a little bit older. I don't mind talking to you guys. You guys are family for me. So, you guys took the time out to join my group, and I appreciate you. So I have to learn how to be vulnerable. So this is me learning how to be vulnerable, because sometimes, you want to say some things and it just stays there on your heart. You don't say it, even when you want to say something to somebody, it's in your mind. But it's like it won't come out into words like it should, from your mouth. But the guy, we had gotten, it was like the relationship took off right away. You understand? There's some things that happened that kind of raised red flags, and I had issues sometimes, like with communication, as far as like, everybody keeps their phone on them, right? You can't tell me, come on now, anybody's phone ring right now, it's on them. You understand? So, you might miss a call here and there, but you call right back. But I had an issue like that with him on the phone, with the phone thing. But mind you, I have trust issues. I have trust issues. I had been in a relationship that was so messed up, and I did not even see it. And I was so independent with this relationship, and I did not even see that I was, I was using myself to help somebody else use me, basically. You know, some things in some relationships, some things in life that happen to you, it takes you a while to get over it, and it takes some time to learn that lesson. So, okay, and I have trust issues. I said that. You know, so you can't trust anybody. So it makes it hard for me to how do you say it? To interact with people on a personal basis. Okay, on a business basis. Okay, personal basis, I have trust issues. You know, I have to take the time and see, you know, who you are and how you treat me. You know what I'm saying? But me, I can read through certain things. You know, the red flags, I kind of like ignored it. You know how women do sometimes. And anyway, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I feel bad because here's the situation. I couldn't make up my mind if this guy was truthful. You know, like if everything that he was saying, is it what he meant, or did he just have an agenda behind it? You understand? There was a lot of things. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, you know, but I could feel like he was kind of, I don't know if he was hurt or if he was being, how do you say that? I don't know how to call it, guys. Anyway, let me make you guys understand. So, Biden got this thing going on where he bringing people to the States. You know, he has 4 countries. You understand? So, you know, he was like, if you say you love me, this and that, you will want me next to you, you would want to do this, do that. Yeah, we had the kind of situation talk like that, you know. Yeah, but it's like, we were like this, you know, it's like we couldn't, every other week or 2 he's doing something where I don't agree with, or maybe my standards were too high, because I'll be tripping like, you know, come on now about the phone situation and little shit and that. If I call you or whatever, I'm not going to be calling you all damn night, but next morning you gonna call me. What happened to you? Reaching back, oh, some bullshit, you were sleeping. And sometimes you were, but the situation is, it happened more than once, and it's always about the phone. And I understand, that's a man. He's in another country, I'm in somewhere else, but I guess we're on 2 different levels, you know, because I can stay the way I am. Maybe I'm too independent, you know. It's not to say I'm seeing somebody, or I'm jumping from this person to that person. I ain't got time for all of that. Maybe I'm thinking on a different level. It was something that I couldn't trust. So, you know, he wanted me to bring him to the States. And I wouldn't have mind, but I was thinking, I kept reflecting on everything, not just him, you know, his family too. And I know you're not, you know, going for the family, but they got a lot to do with it, you know. And plus he got a baby mama with a kid. You know, it's a lot of things. His baby mama, I'm telling you, it's like the way, it's like it's a lot of red flags. So, it's a lot of red flags, y'all, and I kept trying to ignore it. And it got to this point. So he was like, oh, you did it. I was acting, I was like, okay. I started doing the filing form, you know, to sponsor him, you know. But then it was like little things here and there he would say, or certain ways I've noticed that he would act like. And all, when I started doing this, I started becoming more suspicious, you know, on him. Watching, you know, see if he's gonna, I don't know. I guess the main point I'm trying to make is, when you feel something, You know how they say don't ignore your intuition, right? Right. When you feel something, when something is nagging at your soul, if you feel like something just isn't quite right, it probably isn't. More than likely it isn't, because if you are the kind of person, you know, how you live your life a certain type of way. You know, me, I'll talk about myself. Okay? So I'll talk about myself. I live my life a certain type of way. When I say that, because of a past relationship that I was involved in, you know, it took me through so much that it transformed me. It made me change, you know, which a change that was needed. You understand? I had to grow and become and know who I am and become the person that I am. And even in meeting this guy that lives in the Bahamas, even in meeting him, you know, like in the same process of me going through my celibacy, it felt like, you know, in the beginning it was like, boom, I thought that was it. But then I started learning that this too is feeling like a lesson, something that I have to learn and overcome. Or I started to think, maybe I'm so messed up, you know, from this past relationship that, and me being independent for so long, that maybe I'm pushing away a relationship. Maybe I sabotaged the relationship. That's what I was thinking. But then I started, it's not like that. It's not just like that. You know, I think I did that as well because it probably just was not meant to be. You know, and we had me and this guy, we had a little talk today because, you know, he was saying, oh, you know, you said you did this and did that, you didn't do it. And, you know, if it was somebody that you cared about and all these things. But then he said some negative things too as well about me. And I'm like, this is the way you were thinking. You know, I kind of like wanted to wait to see. I didn't complete the form, but I wanted to wait to see what was coming out. So I think in actuality, I manifested my own breakup. I manifested my own breakup. The mind is a powerful thing. You know, I think I come to the terms, guys, of realizing, you know, that I'm never alone. I am never alone. Okay, I have the Most High God, which is all around me. I have my ancestors and my spirit guides. Of course, yes, I do. But when it comes to, and of course, I believe in angels too. But I think I'm going to live with the fact, like on this physical journey, something else is out there for me, you know, that maybe a relationship is not in the plans for me, like right at this stage in my life, that, you know, that is a sacrifice that I may just have to sacrifice. Yeah. Because it seemed like every time I go for something, or it's just, I don't know, guys. It's just, I think I'm just supposed to be alone. Period. And I accept it. If that's what it is, I accept it. You understand? But I'm not gonna change myself or feeling like some type of way of constantly thinking like, if you're in a relationship, it isn't supposed to be a distraction. You understand? It isn't supposed to be something that overtakes your whole life. It's supposed to come together into your life and you're supposed to benefit and grow from it, and somebody's always talking about, oh, I had all these projects, oh, we can do all these things together. Some people are fixated on material things and what they want and this and that, and they foresee having things they want. Maybe it's not all just about wanting. Maybe it's about giving as well as, sharing and just loving and being. Maybe it's not all about what I can acquire or it's starting to be a long conversation. But this video is awesome. I hope somebody sees this and you can feel where I'm coming from. You can feel my pain on what I'm talking about, but to tell you the truth, it was never my intention to hurt anyone. If he felt like the way he was acting, he was more so attacking me than, me feeling like I've hurt him. And I felt bad even afterward when I know that for me it was something that was missing. You understand? It's something that was missing. And it was something that was off, red flags, and I just couldn't make a decision. I have trust issues. I couldn't make a decision because everything was screaming at me, something's not right, red flag. Like I felt like this guy was holding something back from me. And to tell you the truth, what did I really know? So, you know what? Again, I say if I did anything wrong, I apologize, but it was never my intention. Never my intention. But always ask for forgiveness. Always. But you know what? I don't regret, because everything in life is a lesson. You have to learn and you have to overcome. We come into this world alone and we go out alone. And if I have to be alone, then that's what God has in store. But I don't believe in that. I believe that everything in this life happens for reasons. Yes. No. I think it matters what side are you on? What playing field you playing on. But anyways, I'm not going to get all into that. But thank you guys for listening. I think I'm inclined to feel bad because that's just the person that I am. But sometimes people, I really feel like this person that I was dealing with was a narcissist. But then they're portraying something else. I think pretty much he probably, what's that term? Love bomb. When people tell you all these things, but then their actions don't match their words. And that's what I always used to say to them. Your actions don't match your words. Me, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Frankly, I think I'm too patient. So that shit needs to change. So I've decided to love myself, okay? The time and the patience and the love I put into things, into people, I'm going to love myself. I was so distracted with this that I lost focus. No, I have to concentrate on what is going on with me. It is what it is.